Welcome to my live stream. Welcome to my live stream.
Yeah. Where that money at? Where that money at? Where that money at? Where that money at? Watch out for the snake. Watch out for the cake. Watch out for the slime. You're gonna lose your time. I'm gonna catch you across that line. I'm gonna eat that shit when you're mine. You know what it is, you know what it's not. I'm coming to your spot, hitting the dough. Coming to your spot, getting the dough. Coming to the spot, getting the dough. The bread, the flow, the head, everything. Coming back for the head. Coming back for the lead dead. Held up, hey. Gotta kill that shit. And I'm making that shit. And I'ma kill that shit. Making that shit. Making that shit. I'm killing that shit. And I'm stacking that shit. And I'm killing that shit. And I'm fishing that shit. And I'm flashing that shit. I'm mixing that shit. I'm mashing that shit. I'm hashing that shit. And I'm taking your bitch. She had my kid. I feel about it. Watch out for this face. Watch out for this chick. Watch out for this face. For this face. For this face. Ain't got shit. Ain't trying to waste your life. I'm just time. That shit. Watch your line. Out of line. We gon' keep going. We gon' keep flowing. Our money long, and it keep going. It shit like a tree. It shit keep growing. Ain't nothing stop me. You know I'm top of the world. Top of the girl. Spin her around, stop. She just suck my cock. She still stop. Don't please, don't use no teeth, don't stop, don't eat free. When I bust him, I just swallow that shit, don't do no teeth. Run around in the street, catch you with the light, and you know you hit you with the heat. Fuck around and stop. When you dropping that heat. You flopping the street, I hit you with the 1, 2, 3. You already know what it is. It's big. Yeah. Standing on mine. You know all I do is fine. All I do is shine. Doing my time. All you niggas. You know mine. Man, first, stop fine. You know we going to the top. Like that, don't stop. Cap through the boat. You know this gon' flow. You know we gon' go. No, we gon' go. Yeah, under the bed, give it straight to it. Fuck all the distractions and the excuses. No, be real, be honest yourself, outline yourself. Get straight to it. Handle the biz. Counting dough. Go get some more. Roll up. Yeah, we having it. Yeah, we grabbing it. Yeah, salad. Dressing. Selection. God, direction. In my section. She be blessing me. No question. Hey, pour it up.
I don't know if y'all know, but we gonna win. I don't know if you feel it, but we gonna win. I don't know if you can see it, but we gonna win.
Sarah do it.
You got to understand. We're gonna win right now.
Stand up. G in these streets. We're flying ass freaks. Turn slow, dog. Stack. You already know the name. It's a hot stop. It's a hot. 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 It's hot. Yo, I'ma take over this shit. I'ma do my own thing. I'ma take over this shit. I'ma do my own thing. I'ma take over this shit. Wait, one day I'ma be that kid. Hey, from the 2-1, you already know. It's the motherfucking legend, ho. I'ma just freestyle flow every single song until we make a banger in this hoe. That's just how it's gonna fucking go. Every single day we gonna put this floater to the hoe. We gonna put the pedal to the flow. You already know we gon' go. 1, 2, 3, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's keep it going, blowing. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Hey, turn up in that shit and take all of that shit. Man, fuck that little shit. Fuck that little bitch. Literally ain't shit. Fuck that little bitch. It's a hot stop. It's a hot. It's a niggas will wait for me to stack it up. From the ceiling to the floor, from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, you know your bitch gon' go. You know you tryna smash, but you can't. Cause it's a hot stop. It's a hot. 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 It's a hot. Big Nesto on the track, Mr. Cashflow, Mr. Asshole, Mr. Deadbeat, Mr. Whatever it is, I'ma handle my biz. Let's get it. Yeah. Freedom ain't free, freedom ain't free, freedom ain't free. Don't fucking play with me, I'm gonna handle my business and stay down 10 toes. And you know that I don't never fold, I'm stay stronger than these streets. And they know I'm grinding every day, I gotta eat, I gotta feed my kids, I gotta stay strong. Gotta do this shit, I gotta get my money long. Paper long, stack it up to the ceiling. Take it to somewhere, dancing overseas and drilling. Drilling overseas, look at that beautiful ocean as we see all this money on the flow. Cause we got it coming in fast. Cash flow over ass. Cash flow over ass. Freedom ain't free. Get your bitch away from me if you don't want her on my D. That shit is how to handle biz. I'm just straight to the street, straight to the point, tryna get my 100 million off on the crypto. Get 100 million in crypto. Moving money around, make accounts, wire transactions. And you know that I got a bad bitch, yeah. And I stack that money to the flow. From the flow to the ceiling and a little more. Put that shit in the bank, can't even close the counter. Cause I got so much bait, overspilling. And I still counting, still counting, still counting, still counting, still counting, still counting. Can't stop counting cause the money keep coming in, keep coming in, keep coming in, keep coming in. But don't stop, keep running and running and stay on top. Cause you know I'm just that top. That's me, I just eat. Killing everything I do, I just eat. Big boy stuff, you know I just eat. Eat handling big, getting straight to it. Cause you know that freedom ain't free. Freedom ain't free, freedom ain't free, freedom ain't free, freedom ain't free. Shout out to the motherfuckers locked up behind the bars. You know that shit is really hard. 24 hours locked down in the solitary. Come find me and fuck that penitentiary. Man, freedom boys, fuck 12, fuck 12. Man, get some bells, go make some sales, go make some plays, just take a J.
Alright, chat. Let's get into some education right now. Let's get into some edumacation. Alright. That first 15 minutes was me of high fire! High fire! Before I end the 15-minute segment, yeah, I'm gonna shout out my my SoundCloud. Go check it out. I drop my music and also other homeboys' music too. Tap in. Now I'm gonna get straight into a 501c. We're getting straight into business, okay? I did something today. Did something today, chat. Got in that motherfucking QuickBooks. Got into QuickBooks. Got into not only QuickBooks, but I got into my Secretary of State in Illinois. Shout out Secretary of State. State. And then also we fucking I don't know, we did some other shit today, but I went to the beach, mommy. I went to the beach. What does it look like? I can't even see what it looks like. But I went to the beach and I got these stones. I picked up a whole bunch of rocks. And I'm going to start an AI business that gives me ideas and designs to put on the rocks to sell them. And use that to fund my business. Okay? Because Neto AI is a 501c. And I need to educate myself on what the fuck a nonprofit is versus a for-profit business. So, welcome to Education 101 on business with Neto. Oh, what does he know about business? Oh, how is he going to teach us about business? Well, let me tell you this little shit. Okay, I've managed more than 5 people at one time, being a fucking owner, paying rent on a store where we did 30,000 months, $30,000 months, $50,000 months, $100,000 months. I didn't blew over 2 point something million dollars, and I got tax receipts to show you all that shit, motherfuckers. Okay? Yeah. Tax receipts, bitch. I pay my taxes. I set up a corporation nonprofit in Illinois so I could pay more taxes, motherfucker. I get my money and I fucking blow it on education, on investments, on art, on experiences, on my family, on myself, on people that I love, and my community, and paying taxes to the government. Because you need to pay your fucking taxes so we can have more money to pay our teachers to teach our kids better things, chat. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Okay? We can't all be rappers forever. Okay? Grow the fuck up. But can we pursue rap as like an entertainment on the side, as a side hobby? Why not? Why not? But get your fucking credit right. That's what I'm trying to do. The major 3 things I'm trying to do right now. Hey, blow up my fucking charity to be fucking huge as shit. Like a charity gala, a charity ball. We're trying to get the charity. We're trying to get this 501c to a MRR of at least $450,000. Why? Because that's gonna pay more taxes, chat. The goal is to fucking be a fucking producer. The United States needs producers right now. We don't need fucking, oh, let me smoke all this weed, man. Let me fucking chill out, dog. Yeah, let me fuck some bitches. Let me just fucking be a fucking slump. No. Get your fucking life together. Get your life together, chat. And I'm gonna show you it's fucking possible that you can do it. You could be somebody who used to smoke weed and now get your life together. You could be somebody who used to be with the bullshit and now is with getting your life together. You can be somebody who used to have bad credit that is working to get better credit and maybe has good credit one day. And so my goal is to get good credit, to get the money coming in, to help a lot of people, chat. That's the goal. Help a lot of people in a specific way. And so the credit, the charity, and business domination, business and arts. And so, and collecting. I like collecting shit now. Now I just like collecting shit. I don't know why. But anyways, charities, good credit, business, arts, collection. I am rich as fuck. And it took me forever just to realize that. Like, I'm rich beyond my wildest dreams, chat. I'm rich beyond my wildest dreams. Like, it's amazing. I fucking love it. And why? Because I chose to get my life together. When I had my children, Noah, my firstborn, Alexander Kai Ybarra, my secondborn, third, Elohim Ybarra, fourth, Zakaya Ybarra, my motherfucking Hendrix. These 4 fucking men deserve a dad who's going to grow and build and love them and cherish them and be there for them. Even if I can't be there right now as their kids growing up, I can be there when they're fucking adults and they need help and they need money, and I can show them what I've learned and not just do the latter. Okay, not do the latter, but to do the former type shit. Okay, whatever the fuck that means. But let's get straight into it. And what I'm trying to say is that, look, we all got a reason why we want to do something, but I know that you have greatness inside of you, and I wanna wish you. No, I don't want to wish you shit. You need to earn everything that you fucking do. Nothing's given to you. You have to earn this shit. You know, this shit takes time. It takes effort. It takes discipline. It takes consistency. It takes, you know, more than just motivation, more than just a video, more than just, you know, ideation. You know, it takes actual manifestation, actual creation, an actual system, an actual process, an actual workflow. And it actually takes learning about the actual industry that you want to be in and how to become the best at what you do to make enough to abundantly live your life. And it doesn't take that much. You know, when you're first getting started in today's age, all it takes is 100 people, no, 1,000 people. Somebody said, why would they? To get robbed or assaulted? Get bent. Wow. Ignorance. So, and it takes getting outside of your comfort zone, but on everything, let's get straight into it. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm starting, okay, I already started my AI tech biz, my charity. I've already have endorsements for my AI charity. And now I'm taking it to the next fucking level. And like everything, all these doors are opening for me. And it's like with all these doors opening, I'm learning to take advantage of them and which ones I want to take advantage of. And right now, I want to learn about AI while I want to learn about AI while using what I learn to make money. That's what you call business. Doing something to make money. That's a business, okay? Now let's understand what a fucking charity is, because that's a different whole type of business. And so right now, let me show y'all what I did. I haven't shown my mom yet, and I know she's not watching my live streams. I don't think she's gonna watch this. She's probably asleep right now. But she might be. She might be. Mom, if you're watching this, don't watch. You can watch, just don't spoil it. About everything, guys, we gotta get into OnlyFans. We gotta get into OnlyFans, guys. All right, chat. Look at it. Look at this shit. I'll show you what I got. Look at this beluga right here. Okay. Oh, too far down. Too far down. Okay, look at it. Look at it. Okay. So, chat. In this business, right? Everybody's seen those stones that people have. As soon as I seen this, I said, I know I can paint on them. I don't know what came to me, but look. Oh my fucking god, Jay. I mean, excuse my French. Look at this. Look at this stone. Look at this stone. Look how perfectly smooth it is. All of these, like, rocks were like banging together and they turn into sand, sediment rocks. Let's look at a rock cycle, okay? I'm gonna put y'all on some game for real. Don't say I ain't ever show you none. Don't say I ain't ever show you none. So it's a really small screen, but I'm gonna play like a video. Let's play a video and let's go to like YouTube. Let's see. I think I have YouTube Premium on one of these shits, man. I like almost know I have YouTube Premium on one of these shits. Alright guys, it's Nestlin and we're back at it again. That's crazy. I used to be on that shit. But okay. Damn shit, heavy as fuck. Okay, so I was gonna look up rock cycles. So let's look at a short or something because okay, here we go. Okay, fuckers. So if you're watching this, yeah, you can kind of see. Like the rock cycle, it goes from a volcano to igneous rocks, which then turn into sediment, then turns into sedimentary, then metamorphic, and then magma. And so, does that make sense? I don't think so. But let's watch one of these videos. Huh?
Monster Math presents multiplication. Okay, class. Let's begin. What is 4 times 3? Click here to try it on Monster Math.
The original ones.
Bro, I hate these fucking shits. Like, I want to see like a real decent fucking video for real. I don't like saying hate, but it's like, come on, it's so annoying. You got Bill Nye on some stuff. How about we put PBS in there? If we put PBS, we're so golden, chat. PBS. Yeah, we're so good. If you put PBS, dude, we're fucking locked in for real.
From towering mountains to the gravel and pebbles along a river, Earth's solid exterior is made of a huge variety of rocks. Some are even being formed this very moment as active volcanoes spew lava that hardens as it hits the atmosphere or ocean. But most of the Earth's rocks are extremely old. Each rock is a shapeshifter, shifting form over time with a history that can span millions of years. And here's what geologists and rock climbers and your aunt with a collection of heart-shaped rocks know that lots of us overlook. One rock is not just like any other. I'm Alize Carrere, and this is Crash Course Geography. Way back 4.5 billion years.
I'm gonna make this big so y'all can just like watch with me because I know it's not that big for real. But check out I'm gonna show you like, I think that's good enough. I'm gonna show you the whole screen. No, maybe like half the screen. Let's show the whole screen, and then I'm gonna flip my screen like this one, like on top, and then I'm gonna minimize so that we can kind of just watch the video together. Pause.
Years ago, when the solar system was forming, the Earth solidified as a swirling nebula of dust and gas that collapsed under its own gravity. Then, as gravity kept pulling on different molecules, the Earth formed its spheroid shape made up of different shell layers. In fact, even though we sometimes think of it as being separate from the Earth, the atmosphere is really the first and lightest shell with its own set of layers. At the bottom of the atmosphere, things start to feel more solid, and we hit Earth's crust. Compared to the rest of the planet, the crust is extremely thin and has a low density, which is how tightly packed the molecules are that make up something. Particles in the original gas and dust that ended up in the Earth's crust became the minerals, or inorganic naturally occurring chemical compounds with a crystalline structure, and rocks, solid collections of minerals that we find on the planet today. There are actually two types of crust on Earth: continental crust and oceanic crust. Continental crust makes up the major land masses on Earth that are exposed to the atmosphere. It's made of light-colored and lightweight rocks rich in silicon and aluminum, which help make it the least dense layer besides the atmosphere, but not the thinnest. That would be the oceanic crust, which is what forms the vast ocean floors. Oceanic crust is made of heavy, dark-colored, iron-rich rocks that also have a lot of silicon and magnesium. It's denser than the continental crust, but only a few kilometers thick. Beneath the crust is the much thicker mantle. It stretches for roughly 2,900 kilometers and is rich in elements like iron, magnesium compounds, and combinations of silicon and oxygen called silicates. The mantle is so thick, it actually gradually changes density as we go deeper into the Earth. The lower mantle is closer to the center, where pressure is higher, so it's denser as everything is pushed together more. The last layer in our journey to the center of the Earth is the core, made of iron and nickel. The 2,400-kilometer thick outer core is so hot, all that iron becomes molten and turns to liquid. But the hot, dense inner core of iron, with a radius of 960 kilometers, is always solid because of the tremendous pressure. No one has been to the center of the Earth, but scientists study how seismic waves from earthquakes travel through the planet to model the Earth's interior. And learning about what Earth is like.
Chat, why the fuck is my video upside down, gang? Who did this shit? Which one of y'all kids was fucking with my shit for real? What the fuck? That was so weird, chat.
On the inside helps us learn about earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, how continents formed, and even about the origin of the planet itself. Some of the elements show up a lot, but each layer has a distinct chemical composition and temperature, and each one in its own way helps give us the rocks and landforms we see on the surface.
Tell Monday what you need. We're creating an agent and naming him Tony. Now let's give him context. I'm giving Tony access to the relevant boards.
Like here, high in the Himalayas, where a large chunk of granite is newly exposed on the surface. During the day, its grains glint in the sun, and as night falls, the rock blends into the darkness. An occasional goat clambers on its rounded dome, searching for a tuft of grass. It seems innocuous enough, but seeing granite here means that at some point in time, eons ago, volcanic activity was transforming the surface. Within the Earth's crust and beneath the surface is magma, or molten rock, that can cool and solidify into igneous rock. Igneous rocks make up about 90% of the Earth's crust, though you might not notice because they're often covered by other types of rocks, soil, or ocean. We actually end up with different types of igneous rocks depending on whether magma cools above or below Earth's surface. When magma cools and solidifies beneath the Earth's surface, it forms intrusive igneous rock. And granite is an intrusive igneous rock. But when magma erupts onto the surface, we call it lava. And after it cools and solidifies, it becomes extrusive igneous rock. There aren't any volcanoes in the Himalayas, but 60 million years ago in the initial Himalayan mountain building phase, volcanic activity like magma churning beneath the surface would have been common. From measuring the magnetism of rocks, dating plant and animal fossils in the rock, and studying the changes in how land moves, we know the Himalayan mountain ranges formed when the Indian and Eurasian plates, or chunks of crust floating independently over the mantle, collided. And this process still continues today. Around 60 million years ago, the Indian plate was about 6,400 kilometers south of the Eurasian plate. As it moved north, an ancient ocean called the Tethys Sea was dragged down beneath the Eurasian plate into the Earth's interior. The oceanic crust and all the tiny sediment particles that used to be on the shore of the sea were also dragged down where they melted into magma. Eventually, the magma moved into cracks and fissures deep inside the Earth, where it solidified into our granite. If we brush off some of the dirt and grass and ask that goat to move along, we can get a better look at our rock and its texture. Rocks contain minerals that form crystals, which is when molecules or atoms are arranged in a regular repeating pattern. How fast magma cools affects crystallization and the texture of a rock. Intrusive rocks like granite cool slowly, so they have more time for larger mineral crystals to form, which is why granite looks coarse-grained, and we can even see the crystals without a microscope. Magma can also occur at different depths within the crust and mantle, which means it's exposed to different temperature and pressure conditions too. Heavier minerals deeper down will crystallize first and be denser and darker, while minerals that form closer to the surface are less dense and lighter in color. So our granite is felsic, which means it's rich in light-colored, lighter-weight minerals, especially silicon and aluminum. And the magma that it came from was closer to the surface. On the other hand, lava cools very quickly when it hits Earth's surface, which limits how crystals grow. Extrusive rocks like basalt end up with small individual minerals and a fine-grained texture that looks much more seamless. And basalt is mafic, which means it's rich in darker, heavier minerals like compounds of magnesium and iron. Even though it formed from lava on the surface, the original magma was deep in the Earth's crust or mantle. Yet somehow, our chunk of granite made its way to the surface. Like maybe it was uplifted as the Indian plate pushed further north and as the Himalayas rose. At the surface, rocks have to deal with different temperatures and pressures than where they formed deep within the crust. Not to mention weathering and erosion, or being broken down by the Earth's atmosphere, water, and living things. Water, with its ability to dissolve practically anything, can especially alter, disintegrate, and decompose rocks. The pieces can then be picked up and deposited elsewhere. So once the extra rocks and soil are removed by weathering and erosion, our granite is exposed to a totally new surface environment. And it might seem like the granite outcrop is just sitting there doing nothing, but unseen processes are operating. Like the pressure is different out here on the surface, so the outer few centimeters of the rock might expand outward and crack. Then the loose outer layers of rock can slough off, like a snake shedding its skin. Or temperature differences can also cause...
Exactly, Chad. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. They lose the outer layers of the rock, fam. Like, look at this rock. Look how smooth this rock is. It's so smooth. Like, it was basically turning into sand. But I saved it from the beach, and now I'm gonna paint on it and sell it.
Layers of rock can slough off, like a snake shedding its skin. Or temperature differences can also cause the rock to expand or contract. This leads to granular disintegration, or when individual mineral grains break free from a rock, which is how over thousands or millions of years, tons of little rock dust pieces accumulated around the base of this granite boulder. So as clouds gather over the mountaintop and a steady rain begins, the little mineral grains can get washed into a stream and may eventually be dropped along the channel banks during a flood. Or they'll bounce along with the water and travel all the way to where the river empties into the sea, and the grains become part of the ocean bottom. Grains like these are sediments. Centuries of monsoons and soil erosion have blanketed the floor of the Bay of Bengal in up to 20 kilometers of sediment from the Himalayas. So part of our granite boulder is actually lying on the bottom of the ocean. If we could slice into all the sediment lying on the floor of the Bay of Bengal, we'd likely see horizontal layers or strata from different times when large amounts of sediments were deposited. Over time, the pressure from the weight of the material above compacts, cements, and transforms the sediments into sedimentary rock, which still shows some of the original layers. So sedimentary rock, like sandstone, is made of cemented sand-sized particles of quartz and other minerals. It has very visible grains, lots of tiny little holes, and is very resistant to weathering. Other sedimentary rocks, like limestone, are formed when the remains of organisms like shellfish, corals, and plankton sink to the ocean floor. Coal is another one of these organic sedimentary rocks that's created when organic matter accumulates and compacts in swampy environments over millions of years. At the bottom of the ancient Tethys Sea, which disappeared about 20 million years ago, sedimentary rocks would have formed from sediments brought down by rivers. But as the Indian plate pushed northward, the gap between the Indian plate and the Eurasian plate narrowed. As the plates collided and the Himalayas formed, the sediment on the seafloor was compressed and crumpled. On top of being squished and crumpled, the rocks also have to go through intense temperature and pressure changes. All this action causes the existing rock to go through metamorphism and change into a completely new rock type. All the minerals from the original rock recrystallize without having to melt down into molten rock. The new metamorphic rocks are typically harder, more compact, and more resistant to weathering. So if any sediment from our chunk of granite got caught up as the Tethys Sea was sucked under, it would probably change into gneiss. Gneiss has alternate bands of light and dark minerals and can form from a variety of different rocks. It's also very hard and resistant to weathering and erosion. So our granite boulders started life as igneous rock. But as pieces broke off, they could have been compacted into sedimentary rock or changed into metamorphic rock. It seems like it's sat there for all of time, but rocks like our chunk of granite are continuously altered over millions of years from one rock type to another as a part of the rock cycle. But the story of our granite is not the story of all rocks. There are many pathways through the cycle. Like igneous rocks could skip being sedimentary rocks and go directly to being a metamorphic rock, or even remelt and recrystallize to make new igneous rock. Whether scaling a 3,000-foot-high granite monolith or kicking a pebble down the road, each piece of rock has a story that may be millions of years old, etched in the stone by processes both on the surface and deep within the earth. Next time, we'll tell the stories of another kind of shapeshifter, continents, and how plate tectonics have created the earth we know today. Many maps and borders.
All right, chat. So we learned about rocks, okay? Congratulations. You learned about fucking rocks. Wow. And we went over time. Like, there's no way we went over time for real. But look, check it out. We're making a rock art. Yeah. We're making rock art. Yeah. And on this rock art, we're gonna make a little nose. Little nose right here, yeah. Little nose. Chad, this shit is so fun, bro. This shit is the funnest shit ever. Like, you take a rock and you fucking paint on it, and then you sell it. And you use AI to help you with it. Look, I use AI to fucking take a picture of the rock and paint a fucking rock on there so I could trace it from my eye and get better at understanding how to make a fucking dinosaur. So did I use AI? Yes. Are you mad? No, you shouldn't be, because you could start a fucking business too, hater. Start a business too, hater. Alright, so we're gonna drop the eye in there now. I want the eye like decently big though. Look, we got like a little shape to this. What do y'all think? Rah! 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 So we got a little shape, we got a little something kicking. A little something kicking for real. You know what I'm saying? Something's like nothing crazy. Well, I mean, I really want to get this eye in here, and I want it to look aggressive. Damn, child. I need to fuck it up for real. It could be better. I didn't fuck it up for real, but it could be better. We got some motion on that motherfucker. And then let's just draw some teeth on it. Let's just draw some teeth on it. Like, I need to wet this shit. I need a new brush completely for real, but I'm trying to make no excuses on this shit. Alright, cool. So now we're gonna dip the pen, the fucking paintbrush, and then we're gonna try to draw the teeth on here, chat. The teeth is so tough, bro. The teeth are actually not too bad. It's kind of coming in. This shit got buck teeth, chat. This shit got some buck teeth, gang. Y'all see the buck teeth? You got some buck teeth on this motherfucker. I think they're supposed to go like down. Damn, chat, it's too heavy. Alright, chat, come on. Get that motherfucking tooth on there. Bro, this is like a friendly ass fucking. A friendly ass fucking dinosaur for real. Like, this motherfucker just gonna chill with you, like. So I feel like I know I could do better than this, but I'm gonna call it a day. What do y'all think? What do you rate it 1 out of 10? It's a dinosaur. I'm gonna call him Rex, and I'm gonna throw that on the back. Rex. The fuck. Rex. The dinosaur. And we just made 2 pieces of art. I have one to send my mom and one for my son. But I could sell that joint for it. That's at least like $10. That's at least $10. I would sell that for $10. This 15. Okay, that's a 15 piece. The rocks go by the weight. It's however much it weighs. If it weighs a decent amount, that's how much you're paying, bitch. You know that. Let's scout this bitch out. And again, this is an AI business. Get off my dick. Yeah, that's about 30 grams. You got a 30 piece right there. About $1 a gram. Oh yeah, that's 100 fucking grams. $100, please. I think it'd be like $10. So this 100. $3. And that's $3. And then this one's $10. And so that's how we price it. We price it with fucking whatchamacallits. And I just use fucking AI to start a business. Get with me, okay? Now let's talk to Gemini real quick. All right, so okay, so I officially made 2 rocks, and I'm so excited because with the 2 rocks, I can now start an AI business, but I don't give me help. So basically, I'm gonna weigh out the rocks. I'm thinking is the best way I could do it is we're like as just getting started. I don't know. Do I just sell the rocks based on size, based on design? Do I sell like the rocks for a standard price? Like I was thinking for smaller rocks, for it could be like the one that weighs 30 grams could be like $3, and the one that weighs like 100 grams could be like $10. And they both have like their own designs on them. Let me know what's the best way I could start a business using AI to help me with it because I'm still learning business. Especially I'm trying to show proof on my channel that you can start a business using AI. And so basically I got these rocks from Lake Michigan and I drew some interesting concepts on them. One that says mom with a heart in the middle, that's actually a rose, and then one that's a dinosaur. And so how do I start a business or show the people that I'm starting a business and I'm trying to show them proof? So I want to sell these rocks and help me do that. Help me understand how. What to do next. And so, chat, basically, we're using AI to start a business. That's awesome. You're getting the first 2 prototypes physically done is a huge milestone. Utilizing rocks from Lake Michigan is getting a great local backstory. Since your main goal is to show proof of your channel that someone can build a business online, can build a business from scratch using AI. You have a built-in advantage. Your audience isn't just buying a rock; they're buying a piece of story and supporting the experience. Here's how you can use AI to build, price, and improve your business models for viewers. Pricing and strategy. Whole pricing, $3 for 30 grams, 10 for 100 grams. That makes logical sense for shipping. It actually undervalues your artistic effort. Instead of a flat rate, based on instead of a flat value strategy, based on design intricacy an emotional connection rather than the weight of the stone. Mom rock could be 15-20. The dinosaur could be 10 or 12. You see, it's already fixing my fucking business. It's already fixing my business for me. It's already telling me, look, don't weigh it out. Like, do something better than that. How to use AI to launch. To prove your audience AI is doing heavy lifting, let AI handle setup tasks and usually slow down beginners. So use your branding. And so this is part of my proof of work. This is part of showing y'all. This is where I'm showing you guys. Like, look. I'm trying to show you guys, look, it's possible. You can start a fucking business with AI doing anything. You can turn your passion, whatever you have a passion for. Hold on, let me fix this. You see all these rocks, motherfucker? You see all these rocks? Bitch, I'm about my business, bitch. I'm about my business, gang. I'm going to design on these rocks. I like this one. I like this one for some reason. I wanna do something cool on here. I wanna do like something that's speaking to me is like a lightning bolt. I see a lightning bolt. But hear me out, chat. Here's another one. I like this one because it looks like the moon. I'm like, it reminds me of a moon for real. Or I could draw like an actual egg. It looks like an Easter egg or something. But all these rocks were bigger rocks, and they turned into smaller rocks. And look, like the sand, it turned into sand. Like look at these little small rocks. Like look at this. Like what the fuck is this? Like a bone? Like look at these things. It's incredible. And so I knew a bitch who used to eat rocks for real. But like on everything I love, like look at this rock. It's incredible. And it's like it's so cool how smooth they are. And just to be able to turn in, you know, pieces of art, turn in rocks to pieces of art and sell them, that's a business. That's a fucking business. And so what are we gonna do? Get fucking paid. Get paid. Get paid. And so I'm gonna put this up right now, put it back in my art room. But look, we got our first 2 designs. Let me know in the chat like what you think about them for real. We got one for like 15 and one for like $10. 15, 10. 15, 10. Y'all could shop now if y'all want to. I'll throw these up on my website for real. I don't give a fuck. And they're one of ones. You can't get them nowhere. Alright, let me put this back. That's a lot of fucking rocks. It's a lot of fucking rocks for real. And I'm gonna put the paint up. Shout out to the paints. Shout out to Home Depot. Mexican at Home Depot is crazy. And so chat. Come on, y'all see the fucking mission, bro. Y'all see the mission for real. Y'all see the mission. Y'all see what the grind is. You see what we're doing. You see where we're going. And that's just part of it. Now that we have the business model, we have to understand how to start funneling the money into proper places. So, okay. Now that we have okay, we know what we're going to sell. We know what we're going to do. Now... And that's a side hobby, okay? Like I'm gonna spend my whole fucking day drawing on rocks and I'm gonna go sell it. Who knows? That could make a lot of money. But in all reality, I like helping people with tech, and in my spare time, I like doing some art shit. And so the whole point is to get attention. The whole point is to show the fucking community that you can start a business with AI, turn your passion into profits, okay, with AI. And so stop being a broke boy and do something. Sell something. Invest in your education. Invest in yourself. And pick yourself up from your fucking bootstraps. And pick yourself up out of bootstraps and fucking build a business. Build some money. Become wealthy. Become rich. Why not? It's fucking great. Let's get into the next thing. Okay? The next segment. This was my little power hour. You know, I'm kind of beat. It's 2:00. I gotta get up at 7, about 5 hours, and go do some shit tomorrow. So I don't know if I want to get up at 7 though. Let's be honest. I might just sleep in. You sleep in. All right, but let's get into it. All right, getting straight into it. So first thing first, we have to study what the fuck is a 501c. I just don't want to hear it from like a white person. I want to hear it from like a rich nigga. Like I want to hear it from like a rich person. Let's see. There's a few like charities out there. Let's go to the first and only person who's talking about this shit, and let's see what's going on. I think I'm seeing something different. Cash flow.
Need to keep, you're on the right track. Let's break it down so you can ensure your...
Alright, chat. So we're trying to figure out what do we do when we start making money in a charity?
Hello everyone. My name is AJ Swindell.
I'm so tired again. What's going on with my Wi-Fi, chat? Damn, bro, my shit bugging right now. My shit bugging. I just want to go to sleep.
Hello everyone. My name is AJ Swindell, and I am the CEO of Always Win Incorporated, an organization called Please Make Sure You Get Prepaid Legal Services. Here it.
Is your team dead in the water for their deadline?
Okay, team. The deadline is tomorrow. Where are we at?
Let me guess, you've heard the term nonprofit thrown around a lot,
but when someone asks you what it actually means, yeah, that's where things can get a little bit fuzzy.
Don't
But
worry,
don't worry, you're not alone. We've guided thousands of people through understanding nonprofits, and today we're breaking it down into simple terms, no unnecessary jargon, just what you actually need to know.
A
A nonprofit isn't just a business that doesn't make money. It's actually one of the biggest misconceptions out there. Think of it more like a business with a mission.
Instead
of making shareholders.
Hold on, chat. Y'all heard that shit. A business is okay. A 501c, a nonprofit, is very misconstrued to think that, oh, you don't make money. No, yes, you do make money. You probably make more money than these motherfuckers trying to be for profit, because it's a business with a mission.
A nonprofit is an organization formed to meet measurable goals and chart impact. In fact, they cannot benefit any individual or shareholder. Something crucial you need to know before going any further. There are actually different types of nonprofits you could create. We've seen founders waste months heading down the wrong path because nobody explained this up front. The most common type is what's called a public charity. These are your typical charitable organizations that get funding from the general public. Think food banks, animal shelters, or educational programs. If you're planning to serve your community and raise money from multiple sources, this is probably what you're looking for. Then there's private foundations. These usually get their funding from a single source, like a family or a corporation. Think Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Unless you've got some serious funding lined up, you're probably not looking to start one of these. Religious organizations are a nonprofit. Churches, synagogues, mosques, and religious schools all fall into this category. These have some special rules and exemptions that other nonprofits don't get.
And
And finally, there are social welfare organizations. While they're not 501c3s, these 501c4 organizations can do more political advocacy work.
Here's
the key difference. 501c3s are strictly limited in their political activities. They can't endorse candidates. They can't donate to political campaigns and can only do a small amount of lobbying. If they cross these lines, they risk losing their tax-exempt status. But 501c4s, they can engage in unlimited lobbying as long as it relates to their social welfare mission, and they
Go
can
Trump!
even
Go Trump!
oppose political
Go Trump!
candidates.
Think of
it this way. 501c3s focus on public benefit through charitable work, while 501c4s can actively push for social change through political channels. Just keep in mind, donations to 501c4s usually aren't tax deductible for donors, unlike those to 501c3s. If you're planning to do a lot of advocacy work or want to influence legislation and elections, the 501c4 path might be right for you.
The type
you choose
matters
because it affects everything from your tax status to your fundraising options process.
Getting it
right
from
the start
saves you
major headaches down the road.
One quick
thing before we move on, let's clear up the whole nonprofit versus not-for-profit confusion. They sound the same, but they're actually different. Nonprofits are formal organizations with charitable purposes, while not-for-profits are usually smaller groups focused on things like social clubs or sports teams.
Now,
any organization, nonprofits need a solid structure to run smoothly, but their setup is actually pretty unique. Why? Because nonprofits are accountable to the public good, not shareholders, so they need specific checks and balances built right into their structure. Let's break down the key pieces. First, there's the board of directors. Nonprofits are legally required to have a board that acts as the guardian of the public's interests. These board members have something called fiduciary duty, which means they're legally responsible for making sure the organization stays true to its mission and manages its resources responsibly. They can't just rubber stamp decisions. They need to actively oversee things like budgets, strategic planning, and making sure the nonprofit isn't straying from its charitable purpose. Then you've got your staff members who keep things running day to day. Unlike what some people think, nonprofits can and usually should pay competitive salaries to attract talented employees. The key difference, the staff, including the CEO or the executive director, answer to the board rather than to shareholders or owners. And finally, there's something called bylaws. Think of this as the organization's constitution. While regular businesses might or might not have formal operating rules, nonprofits must have bylaws that spell out exactly how decisions get made, who has what authority, and how the organization maintains accountability. This isn't just paperwork, it's a crucial document that protects the nonprofit's mission and ensures transparency to donors and the public. This whole structure is designed to ensure that no single person can hijack the organization for personal gain, and that the nonprofit stays focused on serving its community rather than making profits for owners. Nonprofits can and should make money. We know. Sounds contradictory, right? What matters is what happens to that money in a regular business. Profits go to owners, the shareholders. The nonprofit, every dollar goes into their mission, one way or another. Here's the thing that makes a nonprofit special. They can apply for that 501c3 status. And this is basically the government's way of saying, hey, organization for personal gain. And that the nonprofit, it's a crucial organization's constitution. While regular businesses might or might not have formal operating rules, nonprofits must have bylaws that spell out exactly how decisions get made, who has what authority, and how the organization maintains accountability. This isn't just paperwork, it's a crucial document that protects the nonprofit's mission and ensures transparency to donors and the public. And how the organization maintains accountability. This isn't just paperwork, it's a crucial document that protects the nonprofit's mission and ensures transparency to donors and the public. This whole structure is designed to ensure that no single person can hijack the organization for personal gain, and that the nonprofit stays focused on serving its community rather than making profits for owners. Nonprofits can and should make money. We know. Sounds contradictory, right? What matters is what happens to that money in a regular business. Profits go to owners and shareholders. In a nonprofit, every dollar goes into their mission, one way or another.
Here's
the thing that makes nonprofit special. They can apply for that 501c3 status. And this is basically the government's way of saying, hey, you're doing good work. You don't have to pay federal taxes on money you make from your mission and for your mission because we know that the funds are going right into doing the work. Let's talk about how the money works because it strips up a lot of people. Nonprofits need to pay their employees. Most have paid staff, not just volunteers, cover basic expenses, office space, supplies, drill, and fund their programs and services. The key, any money left over goes right back into making a bigger impact, not into someone's pocket. Here's something that'll help you attract supporters. When people donate to your nonprofit, they can usually write it off on their taxes. This tax deduction is a powerful incentive that can help you bring in the funding you'll need to make your mission a
Y'all think these white people would come out to
Speaking of
Chicago and chill in Pilsen?
nonprofits apart. And I mean, it literally drives everything the organization does. When you're starting your nonprofit, you need a clear, specific mission that resonates with people. But here's what most folks don't realize. Your mission isn't just some inspirational statement you put on your website.
Chat, I can't even hear this shit, bro. I feel like there's so much shit that I'm missing that I need to do. It's like blowing my fucking head off right now.
Literally drives everything. Help you attract supporters.
Pay their employees. Should also cover basic expenses. And then next one, fund their programs. And see, it's so crazy because I was only able to fund this by the charity. Like, any leftover money goes to this will
When people donate to your nonprofit, they can usually write it off on their taxes. This tax deduction is a powerful incentive that can help you bring in the funding you'll need to make your mission a reality. Speaking of mission, that's really what sets successful nonprofits apart. And I mean, it literally drives everything the organization does. When you're starting your nonprofit, you need a clear, specific mission that resonates with people. But here's what most folks don't realize. Your mission isn't just some inspirational statement you put on your website.
I'll be back. I gotta check on my chicken, chat. again. I'm gonna stop streaming. I'm gonna eat my food, watch a movie, go to sleep. And I'm gonna watch a movie with Neto AI. Yeah, my new streaming app.
Your
Your
mission
mission
shapes
shapes
every
every
single
single
decision
decision
you
you
make.
make.
It
It
determines
determines
which
which
grants
grants
you can apply
for,
what
what
kind
kind
of
of
fundraising
fundraising
campaigns will
campaigns
work
will
best,
work best,
and
and
even
how
how
you
you measure
measure
success.
success.
For
For
example,
example, if your mission
is
is
to
to
reduce
reduce
hunger
hunger in your city, your fundraising might
focus
focus
on
on
monthly
monthly
giving
giving
programs
programs
that
that
mirror
mirror
the
the
ongoing need for
ongoing need
meals.
for meals.
You'll
You'll
track
track
metrics
metrics
like
like
number of meals served or reduction in food insecurity
to
to
show
show donors
donors
the
the
impact.
impact.
This
This
mission-first
mission-first
approach
approach
affects
affects
everything
everything from your outreach to your compliance.
When you're
When you're
writing
writing social media posts or newsletters, you're not just sharing the feel-good stories. You're showing
it from
it from your outreach to meals served or reduction in food insecurity
to show
to
donors
show donors the impact.
This
This mission-first approach
affects
affects
everything
from your outreach to your compliance.
When you're
When you're writing social media posts or newsletters, you're not just sharing the feel-good stories. You're showing how specific programs
fulfill
fulfill your mission.
When
When you're setting annual goals, you need to
tie
tie directly back to your mission statement because that's what the IRS looks at to make sure you're actually doing what you promised to do as a tax exempt organization.
Here's a pro
Here's a
tip
pro tip that many new nonprofits miss. Your mission isn't just about what you want to achieve, it's also your best fundraising tool. When your mission clearly articulates both the problem and your solution, it naturally attracts donors who care about the same issue. It helps you build partnerships with other organizations, recruit passionate board members, and inspire volunteers to get involved. And remember, while businesses can pivot their entire model if they spot a better opportunity, nonprofits need to stick to their declared mission or go through a formal process to change it. And that's why taking the time to test, explore, prove your idea, and get it right from the start is crucial. It's about creating something that can make a lasting impact in your community while giving you the flexibility to grow and adapt as needs change.
So there
you have it.
That's
That's what
makes
makes
a
a nonprofit tick. They're basically purpose-driven organizations that use business smarts to make the world a better place.
If you
If you
found
this helpful, don't forget to
hit the
hit the like button and subscribe. Drop a comment below, letting us know what kind of nonprofit you're thinking about starting. We love hearing about new missions and ideas for making a difference. Until next time.
All right, chat. Y'all heard it here first. That's our first little segment, you know. We're getting into the nonprofit game. Thank y'all for watching. And good night. Or good day. Good day. My pal. Good day.